You know, I was thinking when I went stage 2, I didn't even put this like air duct thing that pulls the air to the filter back on. I don't think it would actually make a difference, that big of a difference, but I mean, it's got induction thing right here to feed air to the filter, so why not put it back on? Okay, like that. It's loose, though. That's the only thing that I don't really like about it. I don't know if I'll hear that vibrating, if I can figure out some way to like bolt that down or something. I don't know. I don't know if it'll move like when the car is actually, when the hood's down and stuff. I think it should stay in place pretty well. So let me know, you think it makes a difference on actually getting air to the filter, having that there, or not? Let me know in the comments. Alrighty guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today I thought I would just go over some pros and cons, and is going stage 2 worth it? Thought we'd go take a little drive. It's been a while since I've just taken a drive, put the camera up on the windshield, and just drive around and talk about the car and the pros and cons of going stage 2. My car is a 2017 Subaru WRX, and if you're thinking about going stage 2, maybe some of the things that I say will help you decide if you want to do it or not. So let's go. First thing is going stage 2 worth it? And I guess the very most blunt, honest answer that I could give you is absolutely yes. I've only had the car on stage 2 for 3 or 4 days now, but if you haven't seen that video, I'll leave a link up in the top right corner. You guys can click on that. That's the install and like my very first impressions of the car. After going stage 2, I went with MA Performance. If you guys want to check them out, links for that will be in the description also. So number one of the pros, biggest thing that you're going to notice is the power gains. The power gains are crazy. When you go stage 2 with MA Performance, if you buy the access port from them, J-pipe, mid-pipe, they will give you their stage 2 tune absolutely free. The second pro, if you guys can probably hear, is the sound. The sound is insane, dude. The induction noise, the turbo noises, the exhaust is a little bit louder. I am running the stage 2 tune from MA Performance intake and MA Performance catless J-pipe with an NVIDIA R400 catback. It's not super loud at all. It's almost perfect. I wish it was just a little tiny bit louder, but if you're worried about being too loud, that is the setup to go with. Next thing about going stage 2, even stage 1, I mean, having an access port. An access port is so crucial to owning a Subaru or owning an Evo, having an access port opens the doors to so many different possibilities, and you able to keep an eye on all of your gauges and the way that your car is performing, and being able to control your launch control. That's freaking awesome. You can set up flat foot shifting, which is freaking awesome. So like if you're wanting to race and you're trying to get a really good dig, having that ability to change that and set your launch control and do all that stuff on the fly helps out a lot. Doing a U-turn right here, and I'll do a nice little roll-in launch, if that makes sense. I can't just stop in the middle of the road and do it, but I'll get on it for you guys. First gear. Holy crap. Whew. Dude, this thing gets it. It freaking flies. It's got like such a kick to it, and man, it just like plants you in your seat. I can't imagine how it's going to be like once I actually really start building it. I know I still need to get like a charge pipe and bigger intercooler. Still need to do TVG deletes or TGV deletes, EGR deletes, and then I'll probably end up running E85 and stuff like that after. But it should be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. The next thing, I guess, still kind of a pro in the category of pros and cons. I mean, I guess you can say price. It depends on if the price is in your budget. If you just want to go straight MA Performance Stage 2, it's like $2,200 for 100 wheel horsepower gain. That's the next thing, is like the gains on this is 100 wheel horsepower and 100 pound-feet of torque. That's huge. For $2,200, I don't think you can beat that. I didn't pay that though. I had a person that asked in the comments of the previous video of the install, and somebody asked, what did I pay for it? And that's something I'm not going to disclose, but I mean, I was sponsored, so I didn't have to pay the full price. But even if I did have to pay the full price, it was still so worth it. Rev hang. If you guys ever driven a 2015 plus WRX, you guys know that it's notorious for rev hang. Once you go stage 2, it completely eliminates all of that rev hang, which makes the drivability so crisp. Even like going from first to second, once you start going, and you would originally go and shift from first to second, like you'd have some rev hang and it'd be really jumpy. You don't have that anymore. The drivability is so smooth that it makes it almost feel a lot more linear. The power feels a lot more linear. Having 1-to-1 throttle now, whereas before the throttle was about, once you go and push it like 30% down on the throttle, it was almost like it gave you full throttle. You hit the boost really, really hard, and then after 4,500 RPM, it fell on its face. Now, whenever you're going and giving it gas, you actually have to give it gas more and more and more and more to get more power. It's a lot easier to control your throttle, if that makes sense. It's hard to describe without you actually driving it. Before I go on to the cons, let me know in the comments below if you guys want me to do like a full exhaust video and like first time using launch control and how to use launch control and stuff like that. I'll make that another video if you guys would like to see that, and how it actually performs and 0 to 60 times and stuff like that. For the cons, I only have 2, and they're really nitpicking. Okay, the first one is the install. The only thing that was a pain in the ass to install getting the turbo bolts off the studs is a pain in the ass. It's so hard to get those bolts off of the studs. My studs ended up coming completely off the turbo itself, so I ended up replacing them with Grimspeed upgraded turbo studs. The next thing is, if you run catless, it stinks. Your entire cabin smells like exhaust fumes. It's nice, but it's also like, do I really want to smell this every single day? And it's only like whenever you're coming to a stop, or you're in like stop and go traffic, or you're at a stop sign or a stoplight. That's when you smell it. If you're driving, you don't smell it at all. But if you go catless, you're gonna smell your exhaust, and the exhaust fumes are gonna pretty much linger inside your car. Like ever since I went catless, even when I don't start my car and I jump in my car for the first time, my car smells like exhaust fumes. So that's kind of a con. Those are the only two things that I actually have. That's it. I love every bit about it. It is so much fun. I cannot stop smiling every single time that I'm driving this car. It sounds so good. The power is so awesome. It's just a fun, nimble little car, man. It's like having a little rocket. And the backfires, when you go in shift, it doesn't like backfire like when you're downshifting, when you go red match or anything like that. It doesn't do that. It backfires on your upshifts, which sounds freaking awesome. So I know I need to get some like exhaust clips rolling and do that at night and see if my car actually shoots flames. I bet it does. Little ones, but I bet it shoots flames. Alrighty guys, I just made it back home. Hopefully you guys liked the video. Also, if you guys are wanting to know like the gauges and stuff that I read and stuff on my access port, if I can get the glare out of it. Boost, AFRs, fine knock learn, dam, oil temp, and intake temp. Intake temp is obviously high right now because I'm just sitting here not driving at all. But yeah, that usually will stay around the 85 to 95, like driving and stuff like that. So yeah. Also, if you guys are interested in me doing like an exhaust video and launch control and how to set up launch control on an access port and do all that stuff in like 0 to 60 times, let me know in the comments below and I'll make that a completely separate video. As you guys can probably see right here too, tires are still sitting there. New wheels are supposed to be arriving tomorrow, so those will be installed here shortly. So get ready for that. That should be fun. I ordered wheels 4 months ago, and you guys already know that whole story. I ended up canceling that order and ordering me different wheels. So yeah, those should be here tomorrow. I know that this video is not as like exciting as my videos usually are, but I just thought I would get out and drive around for a little bit, just have some fun driving and talk to you guys about how I feel about going stage 2. And if you guys feel, or if I feel that it is worth going stage 2, and that answer is absolutely yes. If you guys are thinking about it and you have the money to spend on it, do it. You will not be disappointed at all. So yeah guys, if you guys liked the video, man, hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Till next time guys, keep it riding. Peace.